So now I come out during the winter to take a look at things that have gone on. We had a lot of frost heave affecting our yard, namely the trellises being actually pushed off the posts. The nails popped out because the ground's pushing the trellises out, because they sit right on the ground and then they're nailed to the pergola. But I've come out now and I've looked at some of the trellises I didn't have to fix. So I just left them as they were, and as the frost had thawed out, the ground settled back down and the trellises are nice and straight the way they were. But I still would like to look into a way of securing the bottoms that would allow the beds to rise with the bad frost but not bow the trellises. So let's go ahead and take a look around the yard and see a little bit of spring in action here now that we're actually getting some nice weather. This has been the first winter for pretty much all the plants under here. I've got some valiant grapes in the far corner, in the near corner to the right. I've got some Arctic kiwi, and I'll be very curious to see if that survived. And at the bottom of the kiwi I do have a goji berry plant. Our garlic have come up through the ground, and we've actually overlooked picking a lot of our garlic. I'm not sure why, but it's all coming up all over the place. These are tulips in their flower bed. They're making a good show and should have some good flowers here soon. Still have not figured out what tree this is, and if anybody knows, please let me know. We've had this growing in our yard for a while now, and we figured we'd just let it grow to see if we can find out what it is. And it's got buds coming out now. This is actually the growing tip of the top of one of the side branches. On our cherry tree we've got buds that are turning green, and they look like they're ready to come out any time now. And I'd be curious to see if we get any flowers this year. We haven't had flowers yet. This is only, again, this is our first winter for this tree. A lot of these look like, or some of these look like flowering buds, some of these look like leafing buds. Strawberries are starting to poke through the ground cover. We'll have to clean up all the leaves and debris here, and we'll compost these once we get the compost bin cleaned out. Not sure what kind of plant this is. It looks like a strawberry, but it's not, and so we'll wait and see what that is. I've heard that filling some milk jugs up with water after you clean them out and painting them black will help to keep your cold frame warm at night. I've put these outside just to build up some heat, and I'll throw them in. Inside the cold frame we left some of our herbs from fall in there, and I'm not sure if this is rosemary or tarragon, but it seems to have survived quite well, and it's making a great comeback. Now also with the frost heaving, back in February, this is what our sidewalk looked like by the back gate, and it was so bad we couldn't even open the gate enough to be able to get through it. And part of the problem itself was the fact that the gate itself was sagging a little bit, and so what I had to do to fix it was to put that consists of a kit with some connectors and an aircraft cable that goes diagonally across your gate. As you tighten the turnbuckles in each end, this will make the aircraft cable tight and will cause your gate to become more square, causing the edge away from the hinges to rise up and give you more clearance under the gate. And this was just enough to pass over the sidewalk that had heaved up. But in the long term, I'll have to look at a way of fixing this sidewalk, possibly having to pull everything up and redo it, and then maybe improve the drainage. But overall, I have to say I'm quite happy with how things are coming along. We've got a lot of cleanup to do, and right now we're scraping off all the mulch and anything else that needs to go in the compost. The mulch is going to be sifted and separated and put off to the side to put back into the beds later, with the compost all going into the compost bin.